What's Spotty got to do?
What?
Yo, what's going on, guys? Dangerous Gaming back again with another discussion video. Now, today we're going to be talking about Walking Dead. Yes, The Walking Dead. If you guys did not know, I think I mentioned it in one video. I am a ginormous, huge Walking Dead fan. And I'm going to be doing my thoughts on Season 6, Episode 16, and what could possibly happen with Negan. Now, there is comic book spoilers in this video, so if you do not want to know, then click off of this video right now. This is your warning. There will be spoilers. This is my warning. If you do not want to know anything, click off right now. Alright, if you're still here and you don't want to know, it's your fucking fault. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to go into is the names of the episodes. Now, I went on my source for the names just because I've been on the site so many times. Is Rotten Tomatoes. They are a movie and TV show review site. And they didn't have the actual name for Season 6, Episode 16, so it is undetermined as far as I know. I don't see... I guess I saw somewhere it might be called Crossed or something, which would make sense, you know, Negan's group and the survivors crossing paths. But Season 6, Episode 14 is going to be called Twice as Far. Season 6, Episode 15 is going to be called East. Episode 14, Twice as Far. As soon as I heard that title, I thought about Too Far Gone. The episode where the governor killed killed Herschel. Why did I forget? I'm an idiot. Maybe I'm not that huge a Walking Dead fan. That was a hard episode to watch. But as soon as I heard that title, that is what I thought of. And my thinking was maybe they're going to be hinting at death for somebody. Really don't know who it is. Man, it's crazy to think about. I mean, this is the pivotal point in the comic book. This is the biggest villain at this time in the comic book. This is a huge point. Now, again, comic book spoilers. In the comic book, Glenn gets killed by Negan by getting his head bashed in. But a lot of people are really staying away from that route because Glenn was never faked out death or whatever in the comic book. I mean, that's pretty obvious. He never crawled under a dumpster. So a lot of people are thinking either they did that to make you think Glenn was dead and then obviously to like just reveal that he's alive and make you feel happy. Honestly, my thought, who's going to die? Somebody's going to die in the final episode of Season 6. I think it's Glenn. I think that they got all our hopes up. They killed him off. And then they got so many people upset, and then they brought him back, and a lot of comic book fans, and just a lot of people saying, well, that shouldn't have happened. That means just the main cast is invincible. I think that they knocked all of us down, brought us back up, and going to knock us back down to earth again by killing Glenn. I think they are. Glenn has always been one of my favorite characters. He was my favorite character, but honestly, man, I've been switching to Rick or Daryl lately. It's even Carl. I mean, Glenn has just been like, I mean, I knew he never killed a human, right? But it seems like lately he hasn't really been in the show, and he doesn't seem like he's as big a part of the show. He's one of the main characters, obviously. He's one of the main survivors. He's been here since Season 1, Episode 2. He was the only other character we ever saw besides Morgan and Rick, and his son, Dwayne. It was, I don't know, man. It's just kind of, it annoys me that he has to second guess himself killing somebody. And that's what kind of annoys me. He just killed his first two people in this last episode, or last episode before this last episode, episode 12, I believe, yeah. And I just, like, when he was hesitating to kill somebody, I kind of was like, okay, Glenn's, I don't know. I feel like he'll die because he doesn't want to kill anybody. But I'm kind of getting off track a little bit. I do believe Glenn will die. I do not believe Daryl will die, even though I think it does kind of make sense. Daryl's a question mark, man, because he was not in the comic book. You can never be sure with Daryl. You never know when he could be killed off. He could be killed off at any time. Anybody can be killed off at any time. But it seems like lately, and I know they've hinted at this, that they are staying more to the comic book now more than ever. With the Negan storyline, Morgan they showed it at, I think it was the end of the episode, or as a preview for the next episode. Morgan was building the cell that they keep Negan in the comics. So I believe Glenn will die, and I believe so because maybe Glenn and Maggie will be together, and maybe Negan will see that or whatever, and he'll go after him. I don't know. I don't think it's going to go down the way it did in the comics exactly, because I don't know. I don't think it'll be Daryl. I know a lot of people are saying Daryl's going to die. At this point, Daryl's such an important character. He's mostly everybody's favorite character. He should not be killed off. I don't believe he should be. He's Rick's right-hand man. He's like, Rick's kind of the outspoken leader that will do anything to protect his group, and Daryl agrees with him in any way possible, but Daryl does it in his own way. He's the second leader of the group, but he kind of connects with everybody on a different level, is what it always seems like to me. That's just me personally. I'm not saying by any means that this is what everybody thinks. This is my opinion. But yeah, I do believe Glenn will die. I believe that the next 2 episodes are going to be amazing. I'm going to be planning on doing this not every week, not every Walking Dead, but maybe do a review or just go over some stuff that did happen in The Walking Dead. Because I know there are a lot of Walking Dead fans out there, and I've always wanted to talk about it. I just never really got the chance, and I think now it would be fun for me to be able to talk about the episodes, because I am such a huge fan. I do watch it every Sunday. If I do miss it, I either catch it on demand the next day, or I wait for the reruns right after it. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. I think this next episode is going to be a really great episode. This coming Sunday, which is tomorrow. I'm not sure if this should be coming out late Saturday night. It could come out like afternoonish, actually. You know, it might come out afternoonish, or it might come out on Sunday afternoon. Who knows? I don't really have a set time for when I upload my videos. But bottom line, guys, I think that Glenn will die. I think he'll get the same exact death that he did in the comics. I think he'll get his head bashed in with Lucille, Negan's baseball bat. And they really have been hinting, you know, that is going to happen. And it's pretty obvious that it is going to happen. I know there's been some leaked footage of Jeffrey Dean Morgan acting, is saying something. I can't remember what he said. I think he said, I lost a lot of men. And then something about, him killing one of the survivors' group members. Oh, man. I'm so excited, man. The last 3 episodes are going to be absolutely amazing. The first, I'm saying episode 14 is going to be the more setup episode of all of them. It's the group's back together, so you're bound to know something's going to happen. Every time everybody starts getting together and you start feeling like, everybody's together, we're all good now, something bad happens, and somebody either gets killed or somebody gets separated. Like we saw last time. I mean, the last episode 12, they raided Negan's one of his outposts, and they took out everybody, and everybody got out, and then all of a sudden you see Carol and Maggie arguing at the end, and then they get captured as soon as you think everybody's together and everything's working out, and they're going to be able to get their food or whatever and do the job for everybody. Something happens. It's crazy. I really do think Twice as Far is going to be one of the best episodes of the season. I don't think anything will top No Way Out. That is my favorite episode of all time. That was the great episode. I have kind of this video kind of drawn away from season 6, episode 16, because I haven't read all the comics, but I know enough. I am actually reading them currently. I have just been, over the last 3 years, I've just been all Walking Dead. I watch it every Sunday, like I said. And starting a YouTube channel, it's nice to do this. I mean, I've seen some Walking Dead channels that make great content. Emergency Awesome, he does a lot of different stuff, but he does Walking Dead. Trev's Chan, he does really good stuff with Walking Dead. So I thought, well, okay, I'll add my gaming aspect to it with the gameplay in the background, but still talk about Walking Dead. So if you guys do agree with me, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Do you think Glenn will die? Do you think Daryl will die? Do you think who do you think will die? Is the bottom line. It's already pretty much guaranteed that somebody will die in the season finale. I feel like it would be a horrible finale if somebody didn't die. I really feel like somebody on the main cast does need to die. Um, it's getting to the point where it does seem like everybody is invincible that is in the main cast. I mean, Glenn cheated death basically twice. I mean, how did Abraham and Sasha fucking take down all those zombies without shooting Glenn? That never made sense to me. If you guys do remember that, at the almost the end of No Way Out, Glenn was surrounded. It looked like he was gonna die. I thought he was gonna die, honestly. But some magic happened, and Abraham and Sasha started shooting shit, and they shot all around Glenn with basically not even trying to miss him. Shot him all in the head, and I don't even get how Glenn didn't get shot. Didn't even make any sense. I feel like they're just hinting at Glenn's death all over the place. They've faked out his death once. They've done that. I think it's time for Glenn to go. I think he's going to die. Glenn, he's an awesome character. Steven Yeun is an awesome actor. Glenn has been one of my favorites, like I said, throughout pretty much the whole season, or whole series in itself. But I just feel like it should be him that dies, not Daryl. Daryl's one of the best, him and Rick. And Carl is fucking becoming a badass. I mean, he was already kind of a badass, but I mean, he's getting even more badass now. So, this was kind of I went into season 6, episode 16, the season finale for season 6. I went into it. And another thing I forgot to say, Andrew Lincoln said that him reading the script for the final episode made him physically sick. Fucking phone, man. Every time. That has to be a thing now. Would you turn off? I'm going to have to make a compilation of my phone going off. But he did say it made him sick, and that's what makes me sad, because Norman Reedus and Andrew Lincoln are like best friends. At least from what I've seen and what he said. So I feel like, fuck, I don't know, man. I think Glenn's going to die, but Walking Dead does this to us all the time. They fake us out and shit like that. So, I mean, who knows? Rick could die. No, I don't think. Rick's not going to die. There's no way. But, you know what? You never know. So, anyway, guys, that's going to be the video. I did hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys comment down below. Let me know who you think will die. If you agree with me, well, then you agree with me. And if you don't, make sure you let me know who you think will die, or who you think, or what you think will happen. This was just my opinion. Like I said, I am not an expert on the show. I am just an avid fan of the show. I love the show. I figured I'd just make my own video talking about what I think will happen, and probably one of the best episodes, I would say, ever coming up. I think the season finale is going to be one of the best episodes ever. I have no doubt in that. I really think it is. If you guys, like I say, if you guys did enjoy, make sure you comment. Let me know what you thought. Twitter and Twitch links are in the description. Make sure you guys follow my channel. All my videos will be uploaded and when I'm going live on Twitch. I love you all to death. Dangerous Army. I'm out.